Hi and welcome to this ZenWorks Application Virtualization 11 how-to video. I'm Jason Blackett, and in this discussion I'm going to talk you through the new desktop containers capability of the professional edition of ZAV 11. Now with desktop containers, this allows your users to be productive without putting corporate data at risk. Essentially what this is intended to do is give the users a secure way to access the virtual applications and the data that they create with those virtual applications and be able to interact with those. So to do this, you deploy virtual applications to desktop containers, you assign containers to users, and once those two steps are done, then when the user accesses that container on the managed devices, if you go into the portal or into the plugin, the desktop container creates a secure encrypted sandbox on both the server and the desktop that stores all application and data information. This helps to prevent inadvertent data leakage. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. So here I have the ZenWorks Application Virtualization Admin Console, and I've got a Professional Edition license. So you'll see that here there's a Containers tab. And if I go to the Containers tab, currently I have no containers. I'll go ahead and create a simple container called Work. And I'll add some members. These are the users that have access to the container. And I'll add some applications there. So we'll put both 7-zip and Notepad into the container. I'll save that. And now that user has access. So we'll go over to the end user view and we'll click on ZenWorks Application Virtualization Server. And you'll see now down here on the left there is a new container called Work. If I click on the Work container, first thing you'll notice is that Work is locked. So I can't inadvertently start running applications from the container. The user always has to unlock the container first. So they unlock it with the same password that they used to log into the portal. Now they're in that secure container, and you can see in here that we have those two applications. If I run Notepad++, since this is the first time I've run it, it will buffer that application down to my device, and then it will open it up. Now, unlike traditional applications, the sandbox data for this application will be stored in an encrypted format. So I could create a new document here called test. We'll go ahead and save that. And you'll see if I go to my documents, right now it shows empty because in this sandbox that's completely isolated. So I can go ahead and create my test document here. I'll save that. And now I've got a document that I can work on. Now I can also access that container from the plugin. So you'll see here in the plugin console I have this work folder, and when I come to that work folder, because I've already unlocked it from the portal, I see the applications here. And if I go ahead and launch Notepad, I have to provide the password. Oops. The right one in, and then it launches that application again, and you'll see it brings up where I was. Now once I've created data in that container, after a few minutes it will actually be synchronized up to the server as well. So we'll come back here in just a minute, and in the work folder here on the server you'll actually be able to see that document. Additionally, with ZenWorks Application Virtualization 11, there's now a shell extension built in, and so you'll see right in Explorer the user has access to all of his files that he's synchronized with the ZAV server. So if he goes to Containers and goes to Work, any containers that are in that container will be shown up here. If he right-clicks that folder, he'll be able to see open options for opening with any of the applications in the container, but nothing else. And so he can then say, I want to open it up with Notepad++. That will stream the application down and then open that file up. Additionally, he has the ability to also copy things to his own default container, which is where the desktop, my documents, etc. comes from. So you'll see here, now the test file has shown up within the container. I can right-click here and say Open With, and get the options to open it with anything in the container as well. I can also delete that file. When I'm all done, if I don't want to work on this anymore, I can either just close the browser or I can lock the container. If I don't lock the container manually, after a few minutes it will lock itself, and so you'll see it's now locked and I can't access that data without first unlocking it. Basically, the lock unlock makes it so the data can be read or not read from that encrypted container. So to summarize, with ZenWorks Application Virtualization 11 Professional Edition, you have the ability to create secure containers that the user can access, create applications, or create file content from any location that they have access to the portal from, but do so in a secure fashion. That data that they create in the container can then be accessed by them on any other devices. And in a future video, we'll also take a look at how that data is then accessible to other users if you so desire. Thank you.